Chosen one, if you're watching this right now, understand this. It is not a coincidence. God has orchestrated this moment because a powerful shift is unfolding in your life. The waiting season is over. The tests, the silence, the long nights of wondering when, it all ends now. Heaven has spoken. It is time. Time for you to step into your true divine power. Time to release the past and embrace the next level of your spiritual mission. This isn't about physical departure. This is ascension. The transformation your soul has been preparing for since childhood is finally here. You have been mocked, rejected, and misunderstood, yet you remained faithful. You held on to God's promise even when the world turned its back on you. You have been refined in the fire, and now you emerge as pure gold. Many are called, but few are chosen. And you, chosen one, are among the rare few, the 1% who have successfully completed their divine mission. You walked through trials with unwavering faith, and because of your obedience, God is elevating you. Now, the shift is happening. The old world you once knew can no longer contain the light within you. God is calling you to a higher place, a realm of peace, power, and eternal protection. As you prepare to leave behind the doubt, the fear, and the limitations of the past, know this: you have passed the test. And now God's reward will exceed anything you've ever imagined. Get ready, chosen one. The moment you've been waiting for has arrived. Before we begin, be sure to like this video, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers, and comment 11 Prime to activate this powerful energy. Now let's get started. In this vast, intricate world, it's easy to feel like just another soul drifting through time. But for a rare few, there is something greater. A divine purpose that pulls them forward. A mission that is not chosen by man but ordained by God Himself. These chosen ones are not selected by chance. They are handpicked, crafted, and prepared by divine design. Deep within their souls, an ancient calling echoes, a voice urging them to rise, to awaken, to step boldly into their higher destiny. F for them. Life is not a series of random events. It is a sacred test. Every challenge, every delay, every hardship has been placed before them to refine their spirit and strengthen their faith. Long before they even realized they had a mission, God had already set His plan in motion. Many in this world search endlessly for meaning, for purpose, for answers to their struggles. But the chosen ones? They already know. They feel God's presence in the deepest parts of their being, calling them beyond the ordinary. And though they may face mockery, rejection, and misunderstanding, they do not waver. They walk with unshakable faith. But make no mistake, being chosen is not about escaping hardship. In fact, it means the opposite. It means walking a path that tests every ounce of faith, that demands sacrifice, that separates them from the crowd. God does not choose the weak, He refines the strong. Every trial has been designed to build spiritual endurance, character, and unwavering trust in His divine timing. Yes, the path may be lonely. Yes, the burden may feel heavy, but the reward is beyond anything this world can offer. And now, the time has come. No more waiting in the shadows. No more questioning the journey. The moment is here. The shift is happening. It's time to leave behind the distractions of the material world and step into the reality God has prepared. This is not the end. It is the beginning of something far greater. Imagine living a life where your faith was constantly tested, where you were ridiculed, misunderstood, and set apart. You may have spent years in preparation, waiting for the breakthrough. But now, God is making His call known. No more waiting in vain, no more battling with doubt. This is your divine invitation, your turning point. God is calling His chosen ones into something greater. Beyond the struggles, beyond the limitations of this earthly realm, lies a destiny that only the faithful can embrace. But stepping into this higher calling requires courage. It demands sacrifice. The familiar world must be left behind. This is the moment where the strong rise, where the faithful answer, where the mission begins. God calls many, but only a few are truly ready. Many hear the call, but only the strongest endure. The chosen ones are those who stand firm when the world crumbles around them. They trust in God's timing, they remain committed, and they never falter. And now, your moment has arrived. The door is open. Will you step through? Being chosen is not about being special in the way the world defines it. It's not about fame, fortune, or recognition. It's about fulfilling a unique role in God's divine plan. Just as a diamond is only formed through intense pressure, chosen ones are refined through trials, purified by fire, and strengthened through hardship. Every struggle, every test, every moment of doubt has been shaping you for the higher calling that awaits. This is not an easy path. It is a sacred responsibility, a burden only the strongest can bear. And yet you carry it with grace and unwavering dedication. Think about the greatest leaders, prophets, and spiritual warriors throughout history. They were called just as you have been. But what set them apart? Their faith, their relentless trust in God, even when the world turned against them. They proved to the world that God's love and power are real. And now it is your turn. Life is not a series of coincidences. It is a test. Each day brings an opportunity to prove your faith, to refine your character, to step closer to the divine mission written for you before you were even born. The test is not always obvious. It hides in challenges, in losses, in moments of doubt. But for the chosen ones, every battle is a stepping stone. Every setback is an opportunity for growth. Every rejection is a sign that you are set apart. Fulfilling your divine mission is not about worldly success or seeking validation. It is about answering God's call with an open heart and a fearless spirit. And now, the question is before you. Firstly, will you remain faithful when the road gets rough? Secondly, will you trust God's plan when the world tells you to give up? And thirdly, will you rise above the pain, the mockery, and the rejection to walk the path laid before you? Because in the end, it is not about how the world sees you. It is about how you stand before God. The chosen ones endure, and in their endurance, they fulfill their sacred purpose. One of the hardest parts of being chosen is facing the rejection and ridicule of others. It is painful when those closest to you do not understand your journey, when they mock your beliefs, question your faith, and laugh at your calling. But this, too, is part of the test. Many of God's greatest warriors faced rejection from the very people they loved most. Their strength was not measured by how others accepted them, but by their unshakable devotion to God's plan, even when no one else could see it. And so you must ask yourself, to begin with, will you let their doubt shake your faith? And after, will you allow their mockery to silence your calling? Or will you stand firm, knowing that your mission was never meant for their approval? It was meant for the glory of God. Think of the great spiritual leaders who came before you. How many endured rejection, hatred, and suffering because of their faith? They were ridiculed. They were cast out. But through their trials, their true power was revealed. And now your moment has come. Perhaps the deepest pain of all is when even your own family cannot see the light within you. When those who should understand you the most are the ones who doubt you the most. But hear this, their doubt is not a reflection of your worth. It is a reflection of their own misunderstanding. God is not asking you to be understood by this world. He is asking you to trust Him completely, to walk by faith, not by sight, to love even when it feels impossible. Because the strongest souls are forged in the deepest struggles, and those who remain faithful will rise. Even when those closest to you reject you, God's love remains unshaken. His plans for you are greater than any earthly bond, greater than any relationship, greater than any approval you seek. Trust in Him, even when the ones you love cannot walk this path with you. Because this journey is not about their understanding. It is about your obedience to the divine calling. There is no greater test of faith than trusting in God's timing. Chosen ones often find themselves waiting, sometimes for years, watching as the world moves forward while they remain still, holding on to a promise that seems just beyond reach. But God's timing is never wrong. The waiting season is not a punishment. It is a preparation. Trusting in God's timing requires patience, but more than that, it requires surrender. It means accepting that everything happens exactly when it is meant to. Not according to your desires, but according to the perfect rhythm of the divine plan. Those who wait on God's timing are like mighty trees, growing slowly but deeply, their roots stretching far beneath the surface. And when the time comes, they do not waver. They rise. So trust in the process. Every delay, every moment of waiting is preparing you for the transformation that awaits. Many misunderstand this transformation as an ending, something to be feared. But this is not death. This is not loss. This is awakening. It is not the end of life. It is the beginning of your true existence. Chosen ones are not here to live small, ordinary lives. You are here to transcend, to evolve, to step fully into the power that has been within you since the moment you took your first breath. This transformation is not about leaving behind everything you know. It is about elevating your consciousness, stepping into a higher reality where divine love and purpose reign. It is about recognizing that every trial, every tear, every battle you have fought was leading you to this exact moment. And now the time has come. You are ready. For the chosen ones, this moment is sacred. This is not just a shift. This is a reunion with God. A moment where every doubt dissolves, every fear fades, and every struggle is wiped away. In this higher realm, there is no pain, no limitation, no weakness, only peace, only power, only the presence of divine love. This is not death. This is life, in its purest, most beautiful, most divine form. Leaving the material world behind does not mean abandoning the people or experiences you have known. It means stepping beyond the limitations of earthly existence. It means stepping into who you were always meant to be. And now, chosen one, the moment has arrived. The chosen ones do not leave because they seek escape. They leave because they have completed their divine mission, because they are being summoned to a higher realm, a place where ultimate peace, love, and connection with God await them. The world may see this transition as a loss, but in truth, it is the greatest gain. This is not an ending. This is a sacred shift, a shift into a higher state of existence, one where struggle, pain, and limitation no longer define you. Those who are chosen have fulfilled their earthly journey and are now ready to experience life in its purest, most divine form. When you have remained faithful through the fire, when you have trusted in God's plan, even in the face of relentless trials, God will prove His love for you in ways beyond human understanding. His call is not just a summons, it is a reward for your unwavering faith, a reward for your devotion, a love so powerful, so unconditional, that it affirms every step you have taken, every sacrifice you have made. When God calls you, He is saying, "You are mine, you are worthy, you have fulfilled your purpose." Now, imagine standing before the Creator of all things. Imagine a moment where every weight you have carried, every fear you have held onto, every hardship you have endured, is wiped away. For the chosen ones, this is not a dream. It is the fulfillment of everything they have been preparing for. It is the moment when every doubt fades, every wound heals, every question is answered. This is not just a transition, it is a homecoming, because in the presence of God, there is no fear, no suffering, no limitations. There is only peace, power, divine love. This is not death, this is life, real, eternal, unshakable. Leaving behind the material world is not about abandoning those you love or the experiences you have known. It is about stepping beyond the limitations of human existence. It is about elevation. The final test, are you ready? This transformation is not something to be feared. It is something to be embraced. It is not just a change in circumstance. It is a deep spiritual shift. To step into this new reality, you must be ready, not just physically, but spiritually and emotionally. You must release every lingering attachment to fear, doubt, and the distractions of this world. you must let go of everything that weighs your soul down. And as you feel the stirring in your spirit, as you sense that something greater is on the horizon, know that this is not a coincidence. This is your divine invitation. God is calling you into the life you were always meant to live. A life of pure love, absolute peace, and limitless purpose. To walk this path, your faith must be unshakable. Your heart must be pure, not in the sense of perfection, but in the sense of sincerity. A pure heart is one that seeks to serve God without expectation. A heart that trusts His plan, even when the path is unclear. A heart that walks through the fire, not with bitterness or fear, but with love and compassion. This purity is what allows the chosen ones to rise above the distractions and temptations of the world. And it is through this purity that they are able to meet God in His fullness. Your faith and your heart determine how fully you can embrace this transformation. The chosen ones know this truth. A heart weighed down by fear and doubt cannot rise. But a heart free from the burdens of the past, it ascends. God's love, the eternal shelter. God's love for His chosen ones is not like the love of this world. It is protective. It is unwavering. It is eternal. Just as a mother shields and nurtures her child, so does God shelter and uplift those He has called. His love is not based on conditions. It is not based on human approval. It is constant. It is infinite. It is yours. And when the world becomes too heavy, when the path seems unclear, it is this love that will carry you through. A love that does not condemn or criticize. A love that understands your struggles, knows your fears, and holds you close even in your weakest moments. This is the love that will guide you home. And now, the time has come. Are you ready to step into the divine transformation that awaits? God is calling. The question is, will you answer? No matter how dark the world may seem, you are never alone. God's love is not distant, it is near. It is protective, unwavering, and deeply personal. His love comforts, strengthens, and sustains you, even when the world turns its back. Like a mother cradling her child, God's divine embrace provides the security and peace you need to face every challenge. It is through this eternal love that the chosen ones rise, fully protected, fully supported, fully empowered to walk the path laid before them. The final test, ultimate surrender. For the chosen ones, the final test is not about endurance. It is about surrender, the moment when they must release everything they have ever known, all material attachments, all distractions of this earthly life. This is the moment when they must fully trust that what lies ahead, the divine realm, is far greater than anything they leave behind. But understand this. Leaving the material world does not mean abandoning loved ones or rejecting the beauty of creation. It means letting go of the chains that have kept you bound. It means realizing that your true home was never of this earth. The chosen ones understand that what they are stepping into is an eternal realm, one where they will finally be free from the struggles that once defined them. This is the ultimate test of faith. It is the moment of absolute trust in God's plan, proving that you are ready to step fully into your divine purpose. And in that final act of surrender, you ascend. You embrace the fullness of God's love. You fulfill your sacred destiny. The sacred awakening, a moment of truth. There comes a moment in the life of every chosen one when they awaken. This awakening cannot be forced. It comes in divine timing. It happens when the soul is finally ready, ready to see, ready to understand, ready to accept the truth. For many, this moment feels like a deep inner shift, a realization that their life was never random, that their struggles were never meaningless. It's as if the veil has been lifted, and for the first time, everything becomes clear. You begin to see the hand of God in every twist and turn of your journey, every delay, every hardship, every unanswered prayer. It was all part of the plan, and now you finally understand. The burden and the power of divine purpose. Awakening to your divine purpose is both humbling and empowering. Humbling, because you realize that you were chosen for something far greater than yourself. Empowering, because it gives you the strength to walk a path few will ever understand. This awakening often follows a season of struggle, confusion, and pain. A time when nothing made sense. A time when you questioned everything. But now, in this moment of clarity, it all falls into place. You see that every trial, every challenge was orchestrated by God to prepare you for this calling. And with this realization comes a deep sense of responsibility. Because your life is not just about you. It's not about worldly success. It's not about personal happiness. It is about fulfilling a divine mission. A mission that serves the world. A mission that requires courage, commitment, and faith. There will be sacrifices. But there will also be a profound, unshakable fulfillment, one that only comes from walking in alignment with God's plan. For the chosen ones, this sacred awakening is not just a moment, it is a lifetime journey. And as you continue to grow, evolve, and step deeper into your mission, God will reveal more. New layers of purpose will unfold, new wisdom will be granted, new strength will emerge. And through it all, your faith will be the key. The power of surrender, the final lesson. One of the most powerful and freeing experiences for the chosen ones is learning the art of surrender. But surrender does not mean defeat. Surrender is not about giving up, it is about letting go. It is about releasing the illusion of control, releasing the constant battle to force things to happen on your terms. Surrendering to God's plan is the ultimate act of faith. It is trusting that the path ahead, even if unknown, is the right one. It is believing that God's plan is greater than any plan you could create for yourself. For many, this is the hardest lesson to learn, because we are conditioned to believe that we must fight for everything, that we must control every outcome. But control is an illusion. And the moment you surrender, the moment you let go, you will finally be free. God's love, the anchor in the storm. No matter how overwhelming life may become, remember this. God's love is your anchor. It is unwavering. It is eternal. It is the force that will carry you through. Like a mother protecting her child, God's love shields, nurtures, and uplifts His chosen ones. This is a love that does not judge. It does not condemn. It understands your struggles. It knows your fears. It holds you close in your weakest moments. God is not waiting for you to be perfect. He is only asking you to be faithful. And when the time comes, He will lift you higher than you ever imagined. Are you ready? The time is approaching. The call is clear. The door is open. God is calling His chosen ones into something greater. A higher existence, a deeper truth, a divine transformation. The power of surrender, the gateway to divine flow. True power is not found in control, it is found in surrender. When you surrender, you release the burden of forcing things to happen. You step out of the struggle, out of the resistance, and into the flow of divine energy. This is where miracles unfold. Surrender is not about giving up, it is about letting go. Letting go of the need to control every outcome. Letting go of fear, doubt, and hesitation. Letting go of your timeline, and instead stepping into God's perfect timing. At first, surrender may feel uncomfortable. It may feel like a free fall into the unknown. But as you learn to trust, you will see that surrender is not weakness, it is strength. It is the strength to trust that God knows what is best for you, even when the path ahead is unclear. And the moment you let go, the moment you place your faith fully in Him, you will find peace. The peace that comes from knowing you are exactly where you need to be. The sacred journey of self-discovery. The path of the chosen ones is not just about fulfilling a mission. It is a journey of uncovering who you truly are. Along the way, you must peel back the layers of who you thought you were. Layers built by society, by expectation, by fear. This process is not easy. It requires you to confront your deepest insecurities, doubts, and fears. But in this stripping away, you discover a truth more powerful than anything the world has told you. You are not defined by your past. You are not defined by your mistakes. You are not defined by your circumstances. You are defined by the love, purpose, and divine essence that God has placed within you. Self-discovery is not about becoming someone new. It is about remembering who you always were. It is about reconnecting with your soul's purpose. For many, this journey starts as a deep, unshakable longing, a sense that something is missing. But as they go deeper, as they strip away illusion, they uncover the truth. The truth that their identity is not found in the external world, that they are not bound by the expectations of others, that they were never meant to fit into the small definitions placed upon them. This awakening requires courage, because it forces the chosen ones to release the life they thought they were supposed to live and step boldly into the life they were always destined for. The world may not understand this transformation, but you were never meant to be understood by the world. You were meant to rise above it. Compassion, the heart of the chosen ones. Compassion is not weakness. It is the highest form of strength. It is through compassion that the chosen ones bring healing to themselves and to the world. Compassion is not just feeling sorry for others. It is seeing their pain and standing beside them. It is offering love where there was judgment. It is offering understanding where there was division. F, or the chosen ones, compassion is not optional. It is their mission. It is through compassion that they tap into the endless love of the divine. This love allows them to see beyond surface appearances, to recognize the divine spark in every soul, to forgive, to heal, to uplift. Compassion is the antidote to fear. It is the force that transcends judgment, dissolves bitterness, and opens the heart to the highest realms of understanding. And in showing compassion to others, the chosen ones heal themselves. They learn to release guilt, to let go of shame, to forgive the past and step fully into their divine destiny. Compassion is not just an act of kindness. It is a force that changes the world. And the chosen ones are the ones who carry this force forward. Resilience, the mark of the chosen ones. The chosen ones are not immune to suffering. In fact, they often endure more than most. But what sets them apart is their resilience. Resilience is not just about surviving. It is about rising. Every battle, every setback, every trial was designed to strengthen you. Life's challenges can feel overwhelming, but in those moments, you discover the power that was always inside you. The chosen ones do not crumble under hardship. They stand, they endure, they become stronger. Every struggle refines them. Every obstacle prepares them. Every trial deepens their faith. And it is through this resilience that they step into their divine purpose with courage and determination. Resilience is not about never falling. It is about rising every single time. And in rising, they prove that they were always meant for greatness. Prayer, the lifeblood of the chosen ones. For the chosen ones, prayer is not just a ritual. It is a lifeline. It is the sacred bridge between their soul and the divine. Through prayer, they find guidance. Through prayer, they find strength. Through prayer, they find peace. It is in these moments of stillness that they are reminded of their mission, that they are not alone, that God is always listening, always guiding, always present. When fear arises, prayer dissolves it. When doubts creep in, prayer restores clarity. When the path feels uncertain, prayer illuminates the way. Prayer is not just a request. It is a returning home. And it is through prayer that the chosen ones stay rooted in their purpose. Living in divine harmony. To live in divine harmony is to release control, to trust that everything in your life is unfolding exactly as it should. The struggles, the obstacles, the challenges, they are all part of the greater design. Living in divine harmony means listening to the whispers of the soul. It means aligning your actions with God's purpose. It means letting go of ego-driven desires and stepping into a life of service, love, and trust. At times it will require waiting. But waiting is never wasted when it is within God's plan. And when you truly embrace this truth, you will no longer feel restless. You will no longer feel impatient, because you will know, deep in your soul, that you are exactly where you need to be. And when you surrender fully to the divine, everything in your life will fall into place. This is the path of the chosen ones. The path that leads to peace, fulfillment, and divine love. And now, the question remains, are you ready to walk it? The final word for the chosen ones. Chosen one, you did not find this message by accident. This was meant for you. A divine confirmation, a call to step into your power, a reminder that you were never ordinary, you were always set apart. You have walked through the fire, you have endured the trials, you have proven your faith, and now, the time has come. The shift is happening. The transformation is here. God is calling you higher. Let this moment be your turning point. Let today be the day you stop doubting your purpose. Stop questioning the path. Stop waiting for permission to step into your destiny. You are ready. You were born for this. Before you go, take a moment to anchor this energy. Like this video if you feel the shift happening in your life. Subscribe if you know you are one of the chosen. Comment "I am ready" or 11 to claim your divine transformation. This is just the beginning. Stay tuned, stay faithful, and remember, the world may not understand you, but you were never meant to be understood. You were meant to lead. Until next time, stay blessed. Your mission is unfolding. Much love, Wisdom Warrior.